Today I'm going to show you how to make a crochet blossom. Hi, I'm Rosanna from Moara Crochet, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a crochet cherry blossom. If you would also like the free crochet pattern to make the flower bud, you can simply... Hi, I'm Rosanna from Moara Crochet, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make cherry blossoms. If you would also like the free pattern to make the flower buds, simply subscribe to Moara Crochet, www.moaracrochet.com, and subscribe and you'll get access to other exclusive free crochet patterns and their PDFs. Now, for today's tutorial, there is also a full written photo tutorial on my blog, and there's a link down below, and from there you can also access my other crochet patterns and free crochet pattern knowledge. Don't forget to stick around to the end of the video, and you'll also get a sneak peek at next week's free crochet flower pattern. To make my crochet blossom, I'm going to use 2 crochet hooks. The first one will be about 2 sizes bigger than the center. So to start with, I'm going to make the crochet blossom with a 3.5 crochet hook, and I'm going to double my yarn. Here I've doubled my yarn, so I'm going to make a magic circle. So I'm going to go round and make a cross, and then I'm going to pick up my yarn as so, and I'm going to chain 3. There's my magic circle with my chain 3. Now I'm going to add 4 double crochets into this center. There's my first, second, third, and fourth. Now I'm going to pull my magic string shut, or my magic circle shut, and I'm going to slip stitch into the first double crochet, not into the chain 3, but actually into the first double crochet stitch. So here, not here. So I'm just going to slip stitch now, pick up my yarn, remember my yarn is doubled. And once I pull that, it will be very, very tight, but you will only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches around your circle now. For round 2, we're going to slip stitch into our first stitch, and we're going to chain 3. And now I'm going to do a triple double crochet puff stitch. So that's 3 double crochets to make my puff stitch. So yarn over, insert my hook, collect my yarn, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2. That's the first time. Now the second, yarn over, into the hole, collect my yarn, 4 on my hook, yarn over through the first 2, 3 on my hook. Last time, yarn over, into my space, and through the first 2, it will go, and then yarn over through all 4 loops, and there's my puff stitch. And I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch into the same stitch, and this will be the beginning of our flower. So there is our first petal. So I'm going to do the second petal with you. So we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and we'll chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and a 3 double crochet puff stitch. So 3 double crochets, yarn over in the space, through the first 2, yarn over in your stitch, through the first 2, yarn over a 3rd time, and through the first 2, and then finally yarn over to go through all 4 stitches, and chain 3. and slip stitch again into your same stitch. There we go. So continue this pattern for the next 3 stitches. Slip stitch, chain 3, double crochet puff stitch, chain 3, slip stitch. And once you finish, slip stitch into your first stitch, and I'll meet you in a few minutes. And here is my crochet blossom finished. So now let's start the center. To make the center of my flower, I'm going to use a smaller 2.5 crochet hook, and I'm going to just use a single strand of yarn this time. For the center, I'm using green, so I'm going to make a magic circle, yarn over, make my cross, and collect my yarn. Okay, there's my magic circle. In this magic circle, I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to add 10 single crochets into this magic circle. So there's my first 2. I'll add 8 more, so I have 10 in total. I'm going to slip stitch into my first stitch, and I'm going to fasten off, cut and fasten off my yarn. Here is the center of my yarn with my 10 single crochet, and now I'm going to add my row 2. So I'm going to insert my hook into any stitch, it doesn't matter where we're going to start, and I'm going to pick up my contrasting pink yarn, and again this is just a single thread. So I'm going to pick it up and attach. Okay, for this row we're going to be doing picots in each stitch. So we're going to do chain 2, and I'm going to slip stitch into my first chain. I'm going to pull that all the way through, and I'll make a little picot stitch. Then I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and I'm going to continue this process. So chain 2, 1, 2, and slip stitch into my first chain. Now this can be a bit fiddly because the yarn is smaller. Slip stitch into my next stitch. As you can see, it is a bit fiddly. So I slip stitch again, pull my stitch through, and I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and slip stitch into my second chain. And I'll continue this all the way around, and then at the end I'll have 10 picots, and I'll simply slip stitch into my first stitch. Here's my center flower after I finish row 2, and I've left a long tail so I can attach my center to the center of my blossom. And simply use your long tail to attach from here in and out through your flower, just like this one. I hope you've enjoyed today's free crochet pattern. Don't forget you can also get the free photo tutorial on my blog, and if you subscribe you'll get access to other exclusive free crochet patterns, including the crochet flower bud that goes with the blossom. I'll see you next week. Bye!